Yo, what's good, y'all? It's your guy Bendu coming at you with another video today. And today we're going to be doing a little Matrix theory video, I guess. Matrix Explain, I'm coming for you. It's like, nah, I'm joking. This theory actually is partly inspired by Matrix Explain, but it was something I was thinking about on my own. See, yo, that's what I love about YouTube, bro. And especially like the film community in YouTube and like the theory community and everything, not necessarily the scooper community, because they're kind of annoying. I like the scoopers and everything, but it's like, bro, just wait till the movie comes out. I'm one of those guys, you know. I don't hate on scoopers though, because I think a lot of the stuff they do is cool. You know, obviously they're just nerds like us. They're excited for the film, but sometimes it's just like they make a science out of what's going to happen in the movie. I'm like, bro, it's going to come out. Just wait till it comes out. So, but still, I got respect for scoopers. But that being said, regardless, I kind of went on like it was just a weird little random side tangent there. But one of the things, but yeah, the theory community on YouTube is amazing. So you know, part of this theory is inspired by Matrix Explain. Part of it was just my own thinking, but he kind of like put my thoughts in more concrete terms when I watched the video. I was like, oh cool, that's exactly where my mind was and everything. So that was cool to see. But yeah, but shouts out to Matrix Explain. Love this channel. Recommend checking it out, you guys. But we're here to talk, as you saw in the thumbnail, we're here to talk about Sati. So Sati is the little girl from the Matrix Revolutions that Neo met in basically Limbo and things like that. And through cutscenes, well, before I get to that, she's a very important character as the Oracle into that, and those movies as well, and some of the cutscenes from the Enter the Matrix game and everything, to the point where the Oracle actually, so as you guys know, the original woman who played the Oracle, she passed away between filming, so they had to recast her. So they kind of used this like storyline of her residual image, I believe that's what they call it in the Matrix, like how their outer shells look in the Matrix and things like that. Like not everybody's, like especially machines, because they're machines, like the image they present to you in the Matrix isn't their true form, obviously, especially with, you know, programs like the Merovingian, the Oracle, even some of the people could look different. It's all about how they code their residual image within the Matrix. So we found out that her shell, or her residual image and everything, she lost it. She basically almost got killed by the Merovingian, because they had like a little war going on and everything. They got beef, bro. East versus West Coast. Who else? Who else? Golden State versus Cleveland. That type of beef. Yo, Eagles and the Cowboy, or the Cowgirls, because I'm an Eagles fan. Birds Nation, baby. Them Cowgirls out of here, bro. We're not having a good season this year, but still, the Cowgirls, get them out of here. But yeah, they had beef, and basically like he almost killed her, and she they basically used that as an explainer on why the actress looked different, and she had a different shell. But we found out from a cutscene in Enter the Matrix, I believe she was talking to Niobe. So no, it was two different characters. It was the Asian guy, I forget what his name is, and it was Niobe, who is Jada Pinkett Smith's character. And depending on who you decided to play as in the game or whatever, I've never played that game. I've just watched like the cutscenes and everything. But she explained to them that basically she sacrificed her, you know, that happening to her to protect Sati, basically, because Sati is very important. The girl is important, as she says, and she, you know, teaches her, as you saw, like you saw in a lot of those cutscenes in the movies and everything. She was teaching her her ways. I think they're actually going to use Sati as an explainer. So when it comes to the cinematography of the Matrix, it looks very different in this film. Like it's more color in it, because the original Matrix was very much, because, you know, whenever you're in the Matrix, it's like a green tint to it, because you're in the Matrix, the code is green and things like that. But when you're in like the real world, you know, the quote unquote real world, you know, when they unplug you, it's more grayish, because of how basically life sucks. You know, we're living underground, running from machines, life kind of blows, so it's kind of gray. But I think they're going to use that to explain why the Matrix has more color in it, because at the end of the Matrix Resurrections, Sati created it was a sunrise for Neo, and, you know, in honor of Neo and his sacrifice and everything like that. So I think basically like she changed the code in the Matrix to allow more color in and things like that. That would be a dope thing that they bring into it. But we're here to talk about why I believe Sati is the new Oracle. So with all the information I just presented to you, I believe with that information and you know, what we're going to find out in the Matrix Resurrections. It's coming out next Wednesday, I believe, or Thursday. What we're going to find out there is that Sati is basically the quote unquote new Oracle. And I think that would be really cool, especially given her relationship with Neo and everything, and how her father basically taught Neo about how machines kind of have emotions as well, which is kind of cool to see. You know, that love isn't something that only humans can experience. It kind of goes in tune with the monologue that the Zion, I guess the president of Zion was giving him in the Matrix Revolution, no, not Revolutions, Reloaded, when he was talking to him about, you know, we got machines out there trying to kill us and the machines in here that keep us alive, man. Like, it's kind of weird. That was basically what he said. It's kind of weird. It's kind of ironic, but yeah, that's why I love the Matrix, because it's a lot of philosophical questions in it, you know, the questioning of reality, things like that. I love that stuff, man. But yeah, with the information that I've, you know, listed, I'm believing Sati is going to be the new Oracle. Now, the question is Neo in his own separate matrix? And that's the real question, because the theory has been that they basically have kept Neo in his own separate matrix, or like a little, I guess, like a pocket dimension within the matrix. So I get, like I said, it's gonna be more of a thing. We have to wait to see the movie, but I wholeheartedly think Sati is going to be the new Oracle, and I think she's going to be way more bossy than the original Oracle, because if you saw the Merovingian and a lot of the promo, he's like a homeless dude. he looks bad. He looks down bad, bro. Like, now I hope that it was more like a humbling, like the Merovingian has become more of a humble guy and he actually turns out to be an ally of Neo, or he could be the same douchebag we know that through circumstances, whether it was the continued war with the Oracle, you know, whether it was the original one or now Sati, you know, the Sati Oracle or whatever it is, and she's the reason why he's down bad. But whichever direction they go is going to be pretty cool, because it's like, yo, either way, you got effed up, bro. Whatever happened to you, you've been through some stuff. Yo, so, and I hope they flesh out the importance of Sati some more, like, because Priyanka Chopra, like, because I didn't think they were going to bring the character of Sati back, but once you saw more of the promotional material for the Matrix, you saw the way her hair looked, and I'm like, yo, she's playing the little girl from the third Matrix movie, bro. She's playing Sati. So that's when I started thinking that. So, you know, let me know if I'm wrong, if I'm tripping with my theory, but that's what I think is going to be revealed. I think it's going to be revealed that Sati is the new Oracle, and she's basically going to be continuing the Oracle's plan. Oh yeah, before I go, that's something I need to get into as well. That the Oracle, you know, a lot of people, because of how, like, not necessarily negatively, but a lot of people, you know, a lot of people didn't like the second and third Matrix films. And I get it, because I was on that boat until I rewatched them, you know, recently, when they announced, you know, the new Matrix movie coming out. I used to have negative opinions of them until I rewatched them, and for me, I cling to the philosophical stuff about the Matrix. So the action's cool, you know. Obviously, in the first one, it was extremely groundbreaking. Like, everybody was just copping their style after that. Everybody was doing the slow motion bullet time shots and everything like that. But for me, it was always the philosophical themes. You know, later on, when I was a kid, it was obviously the action, because the Matrix came out '99, dog. So I didn't really like fall in love with the Matrix until I was younger. Like, me and my cousin, we watched it one time and everything. Like, he let me watch it because he's 10 years older than me, so he let me watch it with him and everything. And that's when I really got exposed to the Matrix. I would say I was probably like 7 or 8 when I first saw the Matrix, because I was born in '96 and it came out in '99. I was only 3 years old when it came out. So but damn, time flies, man. I'm old now. I'm 25. I'm almost 30, bro. But yeah, but really enjoy like that. Like the action is cool, but as I got older, I started to fall in love with more of the philosophical stuff with the Matrix and everything like that. So looking back at those films through that perspective, they're amazing to me. Like, they're amazing. So all of that stuff, you know, the plan of the Oracle was to kind of create this like symbiotic relationship. Like she basically realized like the architect's ego, because the architect kind of has an ego. For a machine, he has an ego. So basically, if you don't know, the humans actually created the first Matrix as a way to trap, reprogram the machines. The machines basically found out what they were doing and co-opted the Matrix and turned it into kind of the Matrix we know it as today. However, the first Matrix that the machines created was a paradise Matrix that humans, it was too good to be true. It was one of those things like, yo, why is this hot girl walking up to me, you know, and talking to me? Why is Scarlett Johansson like wanting to marry me right now? I'm in the Matrix. Because goddamn, boy, Scarlett Johansson walked up and said, Bendu, marry me. I'm gonna be like, all right, unplug me. What are y'all doing? Stop it. It's like, nah, I got that juice, boy. She gonna want to marry a boy because I'm saucy, boy. You feel me? Cute. Actually, nah, I'm sexy. It's like, nah, big sexy, but nah. The first Matrix, you know, the Paradise Matrix was too unbelievable, and the architect was pissed off about it, so he basically created a horror nightmare Matrix, man. So that, to me, that shows a sign of like just a bitter person. Like, oh, you didn't like that? Well, I'm going to give you a shit version of it, and basically created the, you know, the nightmare Matrix and everything, where it's like, okay. And I feel like the Oracle, whose purpose is to study humans to basically perfect the Matrix, like that's the whole point of the integral anomaly. The integral anomaly is Neo. The whole point of him is to basically take all of the learned experience from the you know, from the Matrix and from the red pills, and return it to the source code. So that's why when he goes back to the source code and restarts Zion and everything like that, he's actually doing the bidding of the machines. That's why he said the prophecy in the Matrix Reloaded, you know, the prophecy, the one, is just another form of control. But the Oracle changed that by taking the love. So the love the one always had was overall for the humanity and for the human species, and it was always a manipulation of that love by the machines. But this time the Oracle made it specific. Now, if you ask me, I think it was the cookie she gave him, because that's the Merovingian. The Merovingian was kind of like hinting at her plans, you know, hinting Neo at her plans, kind of like to basically shit on her plans and everything. But by showing him that you can change people's code in the Matrix through things like food and everything, what was one of the things the Oracle kept giving people when they would come to see her to, you know, learn prophecies and everything, she would give them a cookie, food. So it's my theory that, you know, I'm gonna make a separate video about that. But basically her plan was to make Neo have that love for an individual person and manipulate that to go through with her plan of having this, you know, closer unification. Is more like a better catharsis between the humans and the machines than the status quo that the architect wants, and in some ways kind of usurp the power of the architect. So, and I feel like Sati may be continuing that plan going forward in, you know, the new Matrix film. Now, I thought I think his name is John Gruffett, basically the guy playing Smith now. I thought he was going to be playing a version of the architect, but as they revealed in the trailer, kind of, he's playing Smith. So, and plus the architect said, like, Neo was like, you know, it'll probably be better for you if you never see me again. And the architect was like, you won't. So, yeah. But with that being said, guys, let me know if you think my theory's dope. Let me know if you think it's trash. You know, it's not going to happen. That's whack. Get out of here, man. Leave the Matrix theories to Matrix Explain. Let me know. And yeah, man, we'll find out Thursday. You know, we'll find out Thursday, man. And as always, guys, thank you for tuning in. You know, so like I said, comment, definitely like, subscribe, and share as always. And yeah, thanks for tuning in. Peace. Be easy.